And we appear to be live. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, and welcome to another Minecraft stream. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these. That is mostly because life has been busy. Life has been very, very busy. So, thank you for joining me. I'm just going to get this shared on my other social media, so please bear with me uno momento while I do that. We won't be long here. Open up the YouTube, open up my library, and open up, not my history, I don't want my history, I want my videos. And I want to go into my streams. And I'll just search for my own name, because that'll be the easiest way to get there. There we go, okay, getting that shared now. Hello, hello, hello everybody. Hope you're all well, hope you're all enjoying this colder weather we've been having. It's been nice and dry and nice and crisp and cold. Just got to get this shared, won't be a moment. Joys of technology and all that jazz. Oh, why aren't you showing up? There it is. Super. Just click the old sharey button now. News feed. There we go, that's all shared, and I'm just going to put my phone away now so I can get on with the business at hand, which is doing some Minecrafting. This is my my creative play, as some of you will be familiar with, and I'm already lost because I've not been on this play for a while now. It's been, say, a very busy couple of weeks. I've started my new job as a support worker. It is going really, really, really well, really enjoying it. But of course, when you're busy doing work and other things, sometimes the gaming takes a backseat, unfortunately. But there we go. Right, we are back in our lovely desert town, which has probably got a bit of space that we can make some things with. Got our big kind of barracks area over here that we've been building up over the last few weeks and months and however long it's been. If I shimmy on over here, got our castle, which is taking shape. It's looking quite good. Got my collaborator on the case on that one, and they'll be building more of that as the days go on. And the new addition from last time, the Hot Spring Resort, which we've got over here. Now, this entire area of the map looks very bare bones at the moment, so we want to do a few bits with it tonight. We want to make it a bit more interesting. Let's say you've got a hot spring there, little steps going out of it, and the resort itself there. Nice log cabin kind of style in the middle of a desert. Doesn't necessarily have to be the best fit. It looks cool. It was a fun build. That's the main thing. Of course, we've got our crystal observatory here with our nice domed roof. And again, there's a little village down there that we could do some stuff with as well as our gigantic sod-off wall, which is, as you can see, a very large, gigantic sod-off wall. Now, what I want to do tonight, to begin with, I'm just going to inspect this and see how far we got, because we started making this look a bit castle-y. We've got our kind of drawbridgey type thing here, so we want to do something with the interior here now. Now, we've actually got the inside of the wall here, and what I'm thinking is this: we can actually maybe hollow this out a bit. Not the whole wall, but we can make it like a storage area, and then block it off a bit further up. So I don't like how that's kind of loose there. So let's get into our inventory, and let's get some bricks out. And as always, please sound off in the comments below if you enjoy the content that I put out, as I say, and if you've got any suggestions for things that I could build in this massive creative stream world that I'm building. That would be absolutely lovely. I really enjoy other people's input on this kind of stuff. because some of the best ideas in the world are collaborative ideas. Right, now we need to add some light in here, so what I'll do, let's go and add, let's get a bit of the old shroom light, just because it's got a nice kind of look, nice kind of aesthetic to it. I'm just going to build a wall of it here. It's not going to be like a permanent fixture or anything, but it just gives us a bit of light to play with. And down here as well, what we'll do. So what we want is we want this whole area not to be grass, we want this to be in kind of line with the rest of the aesthetic of the project. And you can see here as well, if I just go around here, that's the other part of the wall there. It's kind of got like a little S-bend there. So again, we could do something with this area here. So I'm going to build a bit more of a wall here again. Just a bit of mushroom light there. That helps us kind of on our way. So these two areas are going to be roomed off. And we also want a way to get through the top here, because if I... Tell you what, I'm going to go outside and do this so I don't ruin the entire roof for the sake of making a hole. Ooh, elevating, there we go. Blimey, it's a lot taller than I remembered it being. So, if I knock a little hole... Ah, I forget there's an indoor area there, isn't there? Right. Oh, hello, that's... See, this we can actually do something with as well. Just going to go and put some shroom light there temporarily just to add some light. We're going to have like a mezzanine kind of floor here, I think, or maybe like a towery floor. Because we can make layers in this place. We really can make it just layered and look very good. Now, ideally, we want a stairwell or something around here. I'm just thinking logistically the best place for it to go would probably be around here. So if we knock through the ceiling here, and again, I'm just going to stick some temporary lighting up so I can work out what I want to do. And here we go. We go down here. Now, when I say stairs, it might not necessarily be stairs. We might do ladders. We might not. Oh, there's a friendly bat. Hello, friendly bat. And also, friendly cow. Get off my land. Cheers. So, first things first. Let's just start making this look a bit more like the gates of a castle or a giant fort. And that will, of course, include doing a bit of landscaping out here. Hello, Mr. Cow. Get out of my way, please. We'll do one more row here in line with that. And, of course, we'll even out this side as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do like some paving outside. And then we're going to try and give it a nice kind of wooden flooring on the inside, maybe with some carpet. So to begin with, let's get back into our inventory and have a look at the stone. What kind of stone are we going to use? What's it going to look like, etc, etc, etc. We've got this one here which matches up with what's kind of going around the circumference of the frame for the grate and for the castle door. We've got some standard stone bricks. I think what we'll do as well is we'll add a little bit of something else once I've made my mind up. Terribly indecisive with this kind of thing. There are other bricks and rocks and stones further down, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'm mistaken. It's further up. There we go. Let's have a look. Loads of different building materials. You've got quartzes and prismarine. But I think for what we're doing at the moment, we want to keep it simple. So let's just stick with these two types of blocks. I'm going to march that one out there, so it lines up with that. That looks okay. We're going to do something to the outside of the door as well, of course, and make it look a bit more... we're going to like make an archway, I think, or some kind of adornment on the top of it. Sid, if that is you watching, please sound off. It's always good to know you're watching. I know you enjoy these streams from all the way in Portugal. And it's not long before you're back in Blighty, back in the United Kingdom for Christmas. So hopefully, assuming nothing else changes between now and then, because the government likes to shift the goalposts every day, it feels like at the moment. We need to do a bit more. It needs to come out a bit further, really. That's just a bit too blocky. Alright, let's do it to here. That'll look a bit better. So what I'll do, I always try and keep these streams a little varied, or as varied as I possibly can. So we won't spend too long on any one given project. We tend to hop about the place, and it gives just a bit of variety, and it shows you different areas of the world being built as I kind of get to them. This has definitely been a big project, the biggest Minecraft project I've ever done, because it's just me and one other collaborator who is currently studying a degree, so they're not able to jump on very often at all. 5 weeks tomorrow, Sidders. Yep, oh, that is it. 5 weeks tomorrow. Blimey. I'll drop you a message later on just to let you know what my schedule is like, so that we can arrange our meetup and stuff. But yeah, the new job is crazy busy. Like, crazy busy. Obviously, there's a limit to what I can discuss about what I'm doing at the moment with my job, other than to say I am supporting adults with learning difficulties and with physical disabilities, and I'm just helping enable them get all out of life that they can. Help them do the things that they can, help them, encourage them to do the things they physically can do, and assist them in the things that they physically can't do. So it's very nice. I go to people's houses, I spend time with them. I spend a lot of time wearing a mask at the moment, which arguably is an improvement, depending on your outlook. But it's a very rewarding job. It's hard work. It is hard work, but it's incredibly rewarding because you get to see all of these different people grow and develop and achieve things that otherwise, without help, unfortunately, some of them wouldn't be able to achieve. So it's really lovely, and it's the most fun I've ever had in a job ever as well. Again, I'm not allowed to discuss the particulars of who I'm working with and how I'm working with them, but there's always downtime with your clients. You get to do stuff like go shopping with them in town when the shops are allowed to be back open, of course. You help them manage their own finances and keep active as well. With one client, again, who I'm not allowed to name and I'm not allowed to give details about, I did a bit of Wii Sports the other day on the Nintendo Wii, and we did a bit of Just Dance, and my client really enjoyed that. It was something that helps them keep active while we're in this lockdown situation. Of course, a lot of my clients as well, because of their health needs, they are very much in a lockdown situation for the foreseeable future. So being able to kind of come alongside and do something which on paper is actually quite good fun, just something silly like Wii Sports or Wii Bowling or Just Dance, it's something that, although it doesn't sound like a big deal to you, to me, doing something like Wii Sports is something I would do for fun, for kicks and giggles, But to these guys, it's somebody engaging with them and helping them do something that they wouldn't otherwise have the motivation or the ability to do. So yeah, it's definitely been a learning curve. There have been good days, there have been tough days where I've had to kind of learn new things and learn new skills, help out with different areas of care. And again, I'm not kind of going to divulge anything about that whatsoever, because it wouldn't be fair to these guys for me to divulge any of their details. That's not the way we do things. But it's an incredible position to be in. It's a very humbling position to be in as well, when you see how happy these guys and girls are when you're working with them, and you're helping them do that one thing they really want to do. And it could be something as simple as helping somebody, make a sandwich. For some people, and again, without going into details, making a sandwich is not as easy as it would be for you or I to make a sandwich. When I say you and I mean like the wider, the greater I, the public eye, I guess, or people who don't have these, not setbacks, because I don't like to think of them as that, but people who don't have these, we'll call them, what will we call them? Challenges to face, I guess. That's probably the nicest way I can think of wording it. So yeah, it's really incredible to see how that affects a person, how they kind of get so much out of it, and it's nice kind of going home at the end of the day, or in the morning at the end of the day after I do a sleeper shift or what have you, and knowing that the job that I've done has mattered to somebody else, But also, like, it's not been a job that's done something to rip somebody off. For example, if you were to work, say, for a large telecoms company, not going to name any names. Let's say though, they're a telecoms company that everyone has access to, everywhere. Who knows? That could be a hint. But it's nice just not having to feel like I need a shower after work because of the work being so grim or dirty, I guess, in a moral sense of the word. So yeah, it's been wonderful. It really has been just a wonderful couple of weeks, learning the ropes, meeting lots of new people, both service users and also staff. It's really nice being part of a team that want to see you do well as well. I've had a lot of shadow shifts where I've come alongside a service user and a tenured member of staff, and they've been incredibly welcoming, incredibly supportive, because it is my first time kind of foraying into this particular line of work. And yeah, it's just been absolutely wonderful. I'm talking a lot, I realise, but yeah, I never realised how good and how rewarding care work could actually be. I never thought of care work being the kind of work I'm doing as well at the moment, because, say, it's not anything really to do with high-end personal care. It's everything about encouraging people, motivating them to get out of life what they can actually get out of life. I think one of the highlights has been, and again, not allowed to name names or any of that jazz, but last week I took one of my guys to town to do some food shopping. And before we went out, we did a meal plan. We worked out, what his meals were going to be for the week, what it is that he wanted to eat, what it is that he didn't want to eat as well. And we just came together and we brainstormed, and then we went into town, had a lunch together. We went DVD shopping as well, because, of course, the lockdown was announced at that point, but was not yet in effect. So it meant we could stock up on some of the nice things that help fill time when you're in a lockdown situation, like DVDs. And then did the shopping, and it went again marvelously well. Got it done without a hitch. It's really nice. So when people hear care work, they always assume it means working in a care home, wearing a set of scrubs, wiping bottoms, and that kind of thing. And don't get me wrong, there is an element of that sometimes, but that's the bit that you only ever hear about. The bit you don't hear about is the going out for day trips and encouraging people, and just doing life with them. Because ultimately, that is my limited understanding. 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks into the new job, is that I'm not really there as a carer. I'm there as a supporter and somebody who encourages them and makes life a bit more fun, I guess. And for somebody like me who, fun is something I embrace whenever I can. I love doing these streams, for example, and my vlogs and all the rest of it. So to be in a position where I'm being effectively paid to be a positive Pete, if you like, to be, a happy person and to do life with other people, like, you couldn't write it. It is literally what I would want as a job. There are hard days, of course. There are always going to be hard days. You're working with people, and people are messy, but ultimately, so far so good. Or at least as far as I can tell, so far so good. So yeah, that's kind of just a little update as to what's been going on with me. I love playing Minecraft because you can have these deep conversations and not really think about what you're doing too much, because it's like drawing in a lot of ways. You just kind of you kind of flow with it, and when you get creative, you just kind of go into this almost Zen trance kind of thing where everything else just kind of fades into the background. It's really nice. Right, let's get some stairs going on up here to one of our room areas. Oop, completely stuffed that up. I've got a big old flask of Lucozade beside me because energy, and because even though what I do isn't physically taxing so much, you do feel mentally drained sometimes at the end of the day, and it's good to have a little glucose, a little sugar, just to keep the old the old mine spinning around as it should be. We're doing stone steps here for no other reason than just I think it looks nice to have a bit of variety on the inside. We don't want it all to look the same. In fact, let's get rid of this block here and do that there. And get rid of that sandy block and stick another stone block in there. I swear I should probably get tested for OCD or some form of like autism, but I am very particular about the way I like things to look in these games. You know what? I don't like that wall. I'm going to get rid of that wall. Just have it going up there. And there. Ah, look, it's wood underneath as well. That works. Make it all a bit more wide open. And we can throw another step in there. Not there. There. Added boy. I just rewarded myself verbally. Alright, here we go. Okay, so the next thing we need to figure out now that we've got the top of our stairs and a little bit of stone there, I'm going to dig out a bit of room for us to put some flooring. We're going to figure out how far back we want this little area to go. And I say little area purposefully. I don't want this kind of stretching on for miles and miles. There's a natural wall there anyway, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it about here, I think. And now we've got to build up the wall to match the height of the rest of it. And what we might actually do is we might build a ceiling to lower it a bit as well, to lower the ceiling down, just so it doesn't look quite so cavernous and daunting and looks more cosy and room-like. And I'm thinking, because it's part of like a castle thing, we'll just make it like a barracks storage area with some barrels and maybe some weaponry or some armour. Because obviously the idea with medieval fortresses was that they could withstand invasion. You could like hide out for months, so you'd have food supplies and you'd have military supplies. We are going to give it a stone floor just because I like how this all kind of flows together, and we can actually put some carpet on the floor as well at some point. Get rid of some of our mushroom. Makes a lovely boingy noise. Right, there we go. Okay. We might even layer it up a bit. We might actually let the sand be almost and do some stone steps. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Stone step there, and then layer it up here. Partly because I'm lazy, partly because I like it. It looks interesting and it makes it look a bit stand out. And it's 4 blocks across, so that's nice. That's plenty of room. Okay, we could effectively close this off now about up here. I think that'll be about right. Whoops. We could technically do a second layer, couldn't we, or a second level? Oh, this is getting complicated in my brain. It worries me when I get complicated in my brain. You know what? We might scrap that, actually. So let's put you back there. I've had an idea. Oh, made it dark. Let's put some more light up there. We're actually going to make a ladder just here. And it'll pop out, if my memory is correct, right on the corner. Yep, boom. Okay. Right, that'll be space for a ladder. And we can actually now make this a layered area as well. So if I... Oop, wrong stone. Block him up here. I'm not doing this the most convenient or economic way at the moment, but it's alright. Now if I get this out here, what I can effectively do, yeah, that might just be about right. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that, perfect. Pretty much exactly where I wanted it. There, we're going to get some proper lighting sorted out because it's a bit dingy and you are all probably struggling to see what's going on. So let's get... where are they? Further up, aren't they? There we go, lanterns. Get a few lanterns. We might not mount them on... Let's see if we mount them on the wall. Let's go for... Yeah, and they need to be on a chain. So at the moment, we'll just put a couple down here at the back. Oh, that's one more than I meant to. I'll also get another one up here. And let's switch out to our stone bricks. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And what we want to do is leave that little gap there. But the rest of it, fill it up. Okay, there we go. So, now tap another lantern in there. And, I mean, what we could even do... We could even just... Yeah, you know what? This is taking shape as it goes. As so often many of my projects do. I just kind of tap away and work it out on the fly. That's the wrong kind of wood, it turns out, as well. Whoops. Alright, let's get the sprucey brucey wood out. There we go. Get rid of the shroom there. Right, down we go. And beautiful. Alrighty. So now we've got this. We can actually. I'm going to take that out. We're going to put something there in its place in a minute. Put a nice wooden thing there. What we want to do, we're going to clear our inventory for a minute. We can place some of the things back if we need them back. What we want is we want to get some nether brick fence. We want to get some chain. And we want to get those lanterns back in. And some carpet as well. So let's get the lanterns first because they're right at the bottom. Let's get some blue lanterns as well, the soul lanterns. They look quite cool. And for carpeting... Let's just go for some nice classic red. Now what we want to do, get the chain out here, and I'm going to put, you know, let's put it right on the corner, and just do two, and then switch out, and then we'll try the soul lantern. We'll see what it looks like. Might look awful, might look great. All right, let's smash these two up. Oh, that looks quite cool. It's like eerie kind of lights, which is what you want it to be. It's dingy and it's dark and it's inside of a castle wall, so... There we are. And we'll do some more at this end as well. We obviously can't put it right there, so let's go for here. And let's do another two chain. Two chain there. Oh, one too many chains. I've now got Fleetwood Mac floating through my head for those of you who are interested. If you know, you know. And here we can stick our nether brick wall, which is what I wanted to do, on nether brick fence, because it lines up with what we've got over there as well. Same kind of aesthetic. Yeah, that looks good. And then here we're going to just carpet it down a bit. So we've got one block here for carpeting. Oops. A bit too overzealous with the carpeting there. Nothing wrong with a nice bit of rug. In fact, we might as well do all of it there. That will look a bit better. Bye-bye. And okay. Then up the side, we're going to just leave a block exposed all the way along and around as a circumference there. And you'll see why in a minute. Get rid of the excess carpet. The way that the game lays the carpet when you're doing a speed lay, it's just... It's not perfect. It's not the way you want it to do it. Now, up here, what we want to do is we want to have a few... Oh, where are they? I am talking out my bottom. Where are they? Ah, there we go. Barrels. So we're going to barrel it up. This is going to be like a food supply storage area up here. Now with the barrels, I tend to just kind of layer them in a oddish kind of order. There's no particular pattern or anything. It makes it look a bit more organic if you just kind of randomly stick a few about the place. Then go a bit taller at this end. Oh, get in there. So you've got barrels on this side, and let's just stick another random one there and there. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe actually have a couple going up there as well. That looks nice. And we're actually going to leave this side for something else. Haven't decided what yet. This is what I mean when I say it's all spontaneous and randomly designed. What else would we store with the barrels? I'm thinking something that's not super boxy. I'm thinking something maybe a little different. Brewing stand, actually, that might look good, because we might just stick like one or two. Yeah, that'll do. Just those three there, and then switch it out with something else as well. We could actually just do pumpkin, couldn't we? Look at that, some pumpkin. Pumpkin. Let's get rid of these, actually. Let's just do a food, kind of loose food storage area. So I believe there's also a watermelon block. And some core. Oh, that's hay. Okay. That's cactus. Bomb watermelon. Is there anything else that we can do? Mushroom? Yep, sure. Why not? Let's get rid of the brewing stand there. Wow, there's mushroom stems. That'll do for now. Yeah. Okay, so let's get some watermelon going on here. Bit more watermelon there. Get some mushroom. Badger. I'm not going to do the whole thing, don't worry. There we go. A little bit of loose food storage there. Stick another mushroom on top there. Alright, and now we switch out again and let's get our ladder. A ladder for our larder. Hey. We're going to do rows of 2. Oh, I hate it when it does that. The game sometimes just... if you move too quickly for it, it throws a bit of a temper tantrum. You little toe rag. There we go. Like that. I missed those bits. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Right, down we go. Sugar, we're going down. Down, I don't know other words. And I don't want to sing too much of it anyway because copyright strikes are a thing. Right, okay, here we go. So this is like a lower area now. It's got like a little kind of thing. What we can do here is we're going to fill it with a few different bits and pieces. Firstly, we need to get back into our inventory. We're going to get some iron bars as well, and we're going to do a chain because we're going to make this a little dungeon area. I've decided that is now what is happening. So a little chain there and a little chain there. Is that in the wrong block? That is. And we're going to get some normal lanterns because prisoners and stuff they need some form of light. Now, all we need for this is really simple. It's just going to be a really basic knock-up jail. What you want to do is you want to get a bed, which is somewhere here. Yep, get a nice, just grey bed. You've got your chains, you've got your other bits and pieces. You want a chest, because they do have possessions, don't they? Or a sink. But you know what? We're going to give our guy a bookshelf. We're going to give him like the whole Jean Valjean treatment. He's going to be able to read a book in prison. And he'll need a commode of some description. So let's just see. Where the hell is the sinky thing? I am having a senior moment. I can't remember where it is. Oh, come on, brain work. Oh, what's that? New item? Loom! Didn't know we had looms in the game. I've probably scrolled past it like half a dozen times. I'm going to kick myself when I see it. I definitely have gone past it, haven't I? Table, though, that'll be nice. I use the scaffolding as like a makeshift table. Oh, come on, brain. Where the hell is it? Down, I don't know other words. Sugar, we're going down. Ah, Yeah, okay, that's a cauldron, but it will do. That's what we want. So, first things first. Let's give our prisoner some... Oh, let's give our prisoner some light, but let's give it in the right place. Oh, you bugger. Got to get it so precise. There we are. We're going to give him a good bit of space as well. So we have a bed. Let's put the bed there. And a bookshelf by the bed. A little commode here. Let's just call it a sink / a bidet. Bidet to you, sir. And oop, table can go just there. And then all we're going to do is get this bit here. I'm going to leave it a way in for a second because there's something very important that you need to put in the prison. But if I do that, I'll do that. Is that going to block it off completely? It is. Okay, let's just smack a hole there. And if I go down to here and go to my eggs, where is the spawn villager? Because we're actually going to give our prison a prisoner. Not a creeper. Definitely not a creeper. We don't want a creeper. He will just go kaboom. Ah, there we go. Spawn villager. So if I do that, even bed is too far away. Spawn, damn you! What do you mean the bed is too... What do you mean bed is too far away? Right, there we go. Respawn point set. Nope, it's not going to let me spawn a villager. Oh well, we'll move on with our lives. Unoffended by that. We at least have a prison cell now for any miscreants, any prisoners who might any people who need to go to prison. And we've got this area here still to play with. But I'm just going to quickly mute myself and grab a glass of the Lucozade, so I'll be back momentarily. And we're back in the room. Okay. What I'm going to do is... This area, again, I'm not 100% certain what I want to do with it. So what we'll do is we'll come back to it at a later point. We've started the project now. And it's given us a good idea of where we're going. I'll just jump back down here. We can just go right up our ladder just to make sure it all works as it should. There we go. And yeah, we're straight on top. Wonderful. So let's go and explore and see what else we can do. So I'm not going to stream for super long tonight because it's been a very long week, and also there are other games on my PS3 which I am neglecting at the moment, and I need to do some serious trophy grinding at the moment. My buddy Brandon has caught up with me on our little ongoing trophy battle, so I basically need to beast it and get some more trophies going on so that he doesn't overtake me, and I don't want him to take my crown, basically. That's what it is. It's nice having friends who you can have like proper gaming rivalries with, though. Even if he does whoop my backside every single time we play Mario Kart, or you know, it's not my favourite. Right, we're going to shimmy over the other side of the map. I say the other side of the map. It's an endless map, but well, I've kind of marked out my territory within the map. There's a lovely lighthouse and a little shrine. And we'll go back to the watery village because there's some stuff we can do here for certain. Got a lovely little path going up there. So what we want to do is we want to try and connect the path to the mainland now, or to the integrated to the village. Sid, what are you up to while I'm streaming tonight? Out of curiosity, what are your evening machinations? Get some of that wood. Pun not intended. Smashy, smashy. Bye bye, all the plants. Just watching tonight and chilling out. No art tonight. That's fair enough. Although, gentle reminder, I believe I commissioned a piece of art from you at some point ago. Let me know how that goes. I think it was a Kingdom Hearts thing I asked you to have a look at if you've got the time to. Love Kingdom Hearts. I really should stream more Kingdom Hearts as well. Mickey, Donald and Goofy and Sora and all that lot. Had a proper Disney night the other night, actually. Just kind of sat in, watched a couple of my favourite Disney movies, and I'm not ashamed to say what they are, and I don't care if people think they're girly. Some of my favourite Disney movies include Sleeping Beauty. The art style is immaculate. Even, like, you know, however many years on we are from the original release now, the animation's so crisp and it's so beautiful. So Sleeping Beauty's up there. Also am a big fan of The Rescuers. The Rescuers were brilliant because it was one of the rare occasions where Disney decided to do something not safe, if that makes sense. It was not that's not to say that it was super edgy, not at all, but it wasn't just fairy tales and princesses. It was, you know, anthropomorphized mice rescuing kidnapped children. There was a whole series of books they did as well, which were, again, just bloody marvellous. And if you've never read them, I strongly recommend that you go and read them. In fact, at some point, I'm going to do a top 10 video on my Facebook, on my vlogs, of my top 10 Disney movies of all time, and that might make an appearance, particularly The Rescuers Down Under. It's, again, one of the rare occasions where a sequel is as good as the original, if not better. I'm not saying it's better, I'm just saying it's certainly on par, and there is an argument to be made of it being as good as, if not better. There's a lot of grass here that we can do something with. I don't like how it's just kind of all clumped and left there. We've got a path down here. I have many thoughts and ideas. And you see, there's something on this level as well. Oh, there's an undery bit as well. Right, if we get rid of the undery bit, that is the technical term for it, by the way, the undery bit. I've got an idea as to what we can do. What I want to do is I want to clear all that topsoil there and have everything at this level. Fix that with grass later on. Sid, top 3 Disney movies, go. In the comments, if you please. Because I'm kind of thinking of my top 10 list now, and I always like getting inspiration from other humans, or whatever it is that you are. Just kidding, you are a human, and a lovely one at that. Right. Bad stairs, bad stairs, there you go. We're gonna get this. You know what we could do here? TNT it, maybe. Do we want to risk a TNT? I mean, it is all sand. You know what? We're gonna do something risky. We're gonna break out the dynamite. 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 Beauty and the Beast. Nightmare Before Christmas doesn't count, nor does The Mandalorian. I'm talking Disney classics, so I'm talking whatever. There's a list of Disney classics that runs from Snow White all the way up to Frozen 2 at the moment. So Nightmare Before Christmas is technically Tim Burton and Disney. Mandalorian, Star Wars, but it always kind of falls under Disney Plus. Also, I'm going to do a little humble brag. With The Mandalorian at the moment, I'm quite lucky. On a Friday, I'm working 10 till 4 for the next few weeks. So I set my alarm at 8. And I get up and I watch The Mandalorian, then have breakfast and go straight to work. It's beautiful. Yeah, they are on Disney Plus, but they don't count as Disney classics. So what I'm looking at is the Disney Classics films. That's what I'm going to do my top 10 list from. So it's got to be those like 55 movies, which is there's probably like a list on Wikipedia or something. Don't get me wrong, I love The Mandalorian, I love Nightmare Before Christmas, but I'm going to be mean. I'm going to ask you for your top 3 Disney classics. So it could be Big Hero 6, it could be Tarzan, Lilo and Stitch, any of those ones. But the caveat is they've all got to fall under that banner of Disney classics. Right, that was pitiful. Let's do more Dynamite and hope we don't blow everything up. Okay, this is going to be messy. That actually worked quite well. We haven't damaged anything we didn't want to damage. Beauty and the Beast, Alice in Wonderland, and also Brave is not allowed. It's Pixar. It doesn't fall under Disney Classics. Yes, I'm being picky, and I know I'm being picky, but it technically counts. Same as Incredibles and Toy Story and the rest of them. They are all Pixar. Brave does not count as Disney Classic. I'm not the one who makes that rule, admittedly. That is the rule of the internet. So I'm assuming, though, yours would be Lilo and Stitch, the next one. I could be wrong. Moana. Ah, good shout. I mean, Moana is basically Lilo and Stitch, but with a plot. So, you know, that's fair. And with less Elvis. I mean, I don't want to give away my top 3 Disney classics because I'm going to save that for a list. However, if we're talking best animated movie of all time, I have a controversial one because it isn't Disney at all. It isn't even Pixar. My controversial pick for one of the greatest animated movies of all time is The Road to El Dorado, which was originally a DreamWorks movie, and it featured the creative musical teams from the original Lion King, so Tim Rice and Elton John. And for my money's worth, it is just one of the great films. It really is. It follows a very non-classic plot. Your protagonists are 2 con men. So immediately, you don't have like an immediate like love interest in there. You don't kind of follow the stereotypes of it all being... Wow. Sid is just put in the comments, that was rubbish. Not gonna lie, that one hurt. Usually I don't care about other people's opinions about my opinions, but Road to El Dorado is, in my estimation, it's top tier. It is one of my favourite movies of all time. Admittedly though, I also am not shy of the controversial opinion. I think Chicken Run's overrated. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, and I think it's very clever the way it uses kind of World War II Nazi symbolism to represent chickens being oppressed, but it's overrated as a movie. There are a few Disney films as well that fall under the banner of overrated, but people rave about them. Specifically, if I had to pick on one, and if I had to pick on a Disney film that I think's overrated, Oh, I don't want to say it because it's going to make me so unpopular, and I don't want to put that out into the internet. I really don't. Okay, screw it. I'll say it. Hunchback of Notre Dame. I like how they tried to be edgy with it. I do, but it's overrated. It's the plot doesn't really know what it wants to be. It sometimes wants to be a love story, sometimes it wants to be a drama. The pacing of the movie as well, it drags. Yeah, but again, it's personal opinion, and that's why Disney is so wonderful, because there is a movie for everybody. There is literally a movie for everybody. Like, they cover so many bases, which is why it's okay if people don't like certain ones and they do like other ones. I mean, I was controversially a big fan of the live-action Beauty and the Beast. I very much enjoyed the portrayal that Emma Watson gave of Belle. Thought Luke Evans as Gaston was inspired casting. Dan Stevens was okay. Goofy movie, yeah, that's an unsung classic. It doesn't fall under Disney Classics again, annoyingly, because it wasn't one of the ones that was released as their marquee films. But I would definitely put it in a top 10 list, and near the top too, of favourite animated movies of all time. It's up there with me with Road to El Dorado, the original Lion King. Yeah, it's a great movie. The live-action Beauty and the Beast was great. Here's my thing with it as well. A lot of people complained that they added too much to the story, but I really enjoyed what they added. They actually gave Belle a bit more character by actually explaining her parentage and how her mother died and all the rest of it. Spoiler alert for the live-action Beauty and the Beast, but if you've not seen it by now, what are you, living under a rock? It was very good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it was very, very good. In fact, if I'm being really honest, I struggle to think of a live-action adaptation of a Disney movie that's been bad. Even going back to like the noughties, they did the live-action 101 Dalmatians with Glenn Close playing the role of Cruella de Vil. And if you guys have slept on that one, if you've not seen that, I urge you go out and watch it. It is fan-blimmin-tastic. It really is. It is just so good. It's shot with live-action dogs, so the dogs don't speak at all. But that actually adds to it, because it's kind of like in Wallace and Gromit. If you've got a character that doesn't speak, you've got to find creative ways of making the characters emote. And somehow they absolutely nail that with all of the animals, because again, none of them speak. They're not CGI. They are just trained acting dogs and cows and cats and all sorts. Really, really wonderful film. The sequel, not so much. 102 Dalmatians was a bit crap, but yeah, 101 Dalmatians live action. Go watch it. Got some really good actors. It's got Hugh Laurie in it, of all people. He and Mark, what's his name, played Jasper and Horace, the two bad guys, under Cruella de Vil, of course. And again, proper, really good British actors. You like to see that. The live-action Jungle Book thought was quite good as well. There's a nice more cowbell reference in there for those of you who are fans of the Christopher Walken cowbell sketch from Saturday Night Live. Just to give you context, Walken voices King Louis, and as they're building up to him singing that song that we all love, I Want to Be Like You, there's a shot of all of the junk that King Louis has gathered, and at the top of one of the piles of junk is a cowbell. It's just stuff like that. And again, it was Jon Favreau, director of The Mandalorian and actor from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, who directed the Jungle Book live-action remake. The man, he gets it. He loves making the fans happy, which is honestly what you want. It really is. Just provided you're not going over the top on the fan service, it's wonderful. You get little Easter eggs like that for those of us hardcore nerds who will then sit and discuss it on a Minecraft vlog, or a Minecraft live stream rather. If you've got an opinion on your favourite live-action Disney remake, please shout out in the comments below. It would be great to hear what your thoughts are, people. But yeah, definitely for me, if I had to pick a favourite one of the live action remakes, it's controversial, I know, but my favourite live action Disney remake is the Aladdin one. I love Robin Williams. I properly man ugly cried when I heard that he passed away. And I'm a big fan of all of his roles. I followed him in everything from Patch Adams to Mrs. Doubtfire. Honestly, there's just so many wonderful films that he's been in. Bicentennial Man as well. That's a little known classic that people might not have heard of. He plays an android, and it's a very emotive and passionate performance. And so when they recast him, everybody obviously quite understandably was a bit concerned. But if there was one person qualified to not to replace him, because it isn't a replacement, but if there's one person qualified to give their own take on that particular role of the genie, I'm very glad they went with Will Smith, because he did that role justice and he made it his own as well. He wasn't afraid to kind of do his own thing with it, which is it's always the kind of the risk you run when you're taking over a great iconic role, or if you're like being recast as somebody. There's the danger that you're just going to try and mimic them and in turn do them a disservice. So yeah, I didn't know I had so much to say about Disney. That escalated. Sorry, guys. Welcome to a Minecraft stream where we talk about all things nerdy. I really should just like make that like part of my channel's description, because we always end up talking about the most nerdy, inane stuff on this. We really do. Again, though, it's wonderful. It's wonderful that we can talk about it. In the year that we've all had, and I don't want to talk about it much because I think we're all sick to the back teeth of hearing about it, but in a year that has brought so much negativity and so much sadness and stress, I think it's wonderful for there to be platforms like this where people can come together, even if it's just like one or two people who jump in and out, to just sit and relax and have a chat and think about happy things and fun things. Like, I try to avoid that, purposefully on these streams. But what I will say is this: there's so much negativity at the moment, and I am very aware as I kind of enter my 30s and I progress in years, that life is finite. It doesn't last forever. And I always think back to that wonderful little speech that Matt Smith does in his role as the 11th Doctor, where he talks about how our lives are a big pile of bad things and good things, and the one thing you can just hope for is that at the end of your life, the good things outnumber the bad. So I think, for me, that's always been the motivation behind doing streams and making content, making vlogs, even just the way I choose to live my life and what I choose to do, what I choose to fill my time with. Because that's something that I think our generation... See, I said I wasn't going to go on, and I'm now going on, but one thing we've kind of missed out on is finding the right things to fill our time with. It's so easy to get sucked into the minutiae and the crap of life. So it's really nice just to be positive and to do nice things. Right, I've said my piece. Lecture over. Because, honestly, I'll get dry mouth if I keep going. I tend to... When I go off on one, I really go off on one. I'm just doing landscaping today. Sorry, this mustn't be the most interesting content, but... It's fun, isn't it? It's just a bit of fun. I'm looking forward to Christmas. Got a Christmas list started already. When I say Christmas list, I don't mean, dear Santa, can I please have? I more mean a list of people who I want to buy gifts for. And I'm just kind of working on that tonight, and I have been kind of before, and I will be after the stream. I know it sounds a bit weird, but you get to an age when you're a kid, you get super excited because you've got a list of really cool things that you want to get for yourself, or you want your mum and dad to get you, or you want Santa to bring you, right? And the older you get, the more and more you find that the list for things for yourself that you want is less and less and less. And actually the list of things you want to get the people you care about gets longer and longer and longer. And so I now get more excited, I think, about going Christmas shopping for other people than I ever did as a kid. Got excited for, the latest video game or the Action Man figure that I wanted, all that kind of jazz. It's not all about the gift giving. It's not. There's a hell of a lot more to Christmas than that. But I don't know. I really enjoy trying to bring something positive to other people's lives and to be a happy person, to be a kind person. And so I love buying gifts for my friends. I love taking the time to go shopping and exploring different ideas and stuff. It is one of the reasons why I love Christmas. I don't have much in the way of a family myself, so it's really nice to be able to spoil other people, and to. I'm very fortunate in the sense that I've got I've got a wonderful group of friends who have become my family, and so it's nice to actually spoil them, because here's the thing: you don't choose your family, but you do choose your friends, and so to have a bunch of people that I choose to have in my life that mean that much to me is wonderful. Admittedly, there are things that I'm looking forward to getting for myself for Christmas, and hopefully that friends will get me for Christmas as well. There is a new pop vinyl out from the most recent episode of The Mandalorian, which is the child with the container of eggs. Again, I'm not going to say anything more because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But it's one of the most freaking cute and hilarious things I've ever seen, and I definitely want that in my pop collection, which is now up to 94, I believe. I'm very close to cracking that 100. I'm probably going to have to start thinking about moving into a bigger place so I can store all of my nerdy crap, because there is a lot of it. Right, that's a nice open area that we've built there. And what we can do is on the next stream, we can come back and build something epic on it. We've got like a little bit of kind of decking here, which we can do something with as well. Our trusty pirate ship. I'm going to mute again for a second, just while I get a quick swig of water, because that rant took it out of me. I'll be back in a moment. I'll let you all bask in the glory of my ship. There we go. Honestly, that Lucozade gets me through so many long shifts, it's not even funny. Right. What project do we move on to now, I wonder, though? I'm going to probably stream for another half an hour or so, so we'll get a bit more building and a bit more playing around done tonight. Oh, I'm very proud of this. It looks so good. So good. Although I don't like that, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that, and that looks much better. We can now, can we fit through there? I wonder. No, it's oh yeah, we can. Look at that. Because I want to put some something else in there. I want to put a bit of emerald in there to match up with everything else. Let's switch out to the emerald. There we go. Much better. In fact, I wonder if we can block some of this in as well. Oh, that looks epic. This was one of those things that I meant to do initially and I forgot to. Yeah, I like that a lot. Just little touches, little tweaks and touches. Lighthouse, there we go. And we started something over here last time, if memory serves, didn't we? Let us have a look at what we did. We did the Japanese style pillars. And we started building nothing. We just built the bridge. The pillars and the bridge. So we've got something here to build. Now, what I'm thinking is this. There's something we can do here, I think. I think we're going to try and make an epic waterfall. That is just about the right height for an epic waterfall. Oh, ooh, idea. Idea City. I wonder. Right, here's the idea. I am going to start building with some dirt for a second here. Layer that down there. And all we're going to do is we're going to build it out by one block. 2 blocks. And same up there. And we're going to fill that in. Yep, there we go. So this bit here is going to be where the waterfall... Oh, in fact, no, we want it to be here, don't we? So get rid of that. And we want to make it one more longer. There's a plan here. Don't worry, this isn't as insane as it looks. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to get our little water jug. This is a texturing technique that I read somewhere might work. But basically... Oh, pants. Because I try not to swear too much on these streams, just in case any young people would be watching. When I say young people, I mean young people. I've got friends with kids. I'm going to destroy these blocks once I've done the water, and hopefully it'll create a nice effect. So we're just going to now lay down a waterfall. And lay it all down there. And do a bit more here as well. And there we go. That's the waterfall going down. And then all I'll do is swish under the water. And I'll destroy these blocks now. There we go. That's the effect we want. Because it now gives it a bit more depth. And look at that. Lovely waterfall. Lovely, lovely waterfall. I'm happy with that. These cows are just like coming from all angles at the moment. Now here we want to do something, don't we? I've got to try and figure out what material I want to make this kind of shiny building out of first of all. Let's have a look for some good building materials. We've got quartz bricks, that could look quite nice. Let's have a play with that and see what that looks like. Sold. You know what, I've already looked at that and I like it. So let's try and work out how far we can go with this building. And what shape we want it to be as well. Come out to a distance here. You see, I probably want to do a bit more grass scaping here. So let's get through some grass. There it is. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it? What I want to do is even this out a bit and take it on a bit further. Yeah, just to about here. Get rid of all the stray bits. And then get this bit up here as well. And the idea is we're just going to get it a bit further out so we can make the building look a bit longer and a bit better. I'm not even sure if it's going to be a long building. It might be a tower. Could be like a tower with a shrine, I suppose, couldn't it? Hello, duck. Or chicken. Chicken, duck. Yep, chicken. That was not the noise a duck makes. Right, okay. That's a bit better. Probably do it a bit more over here as well, this side. So let's go from here. Fill in the gaps, because we don't like gaps, because, again, OCD. Never been tested, never been proven, but I suspect I probably have a certain level of OCD. You kind of have to play this kind of game. In the way that I play it. In the deranged way I play it. Come on, you little so-and-so. There we go. Down, down, I don't know all the words. I really need to get songs in my head that I know the words to. was talking with one of my service users the other day about karaoke. He's a big karaoke fan, and obviously with the lockdown being what it is at the moment, we can't sing in public or do karaoke stuff. But when we can, that's on the cards, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Right, so there's going to be a gap between where the building starts and where the bridge ends. I think we might actually just do it this. That feels like 13, I want to say, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12. 12 is good. 12 we like because it's a nice even number. Which means we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Halfway point for the door. Right, so then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom. So we're going to go for a very cubic kind of towery thing, I think, is the idea. We're going to try and make it, though, not like a typical tower. We're going to make it like a shrine, kind of holy tower thing. Not like quite churchy. We're not going like Gothic style or anything. We're going kind of, again, feudal Japanese. So we're probably going to... Oh, in fact, yeah, we could do like the Kyoto Tower, where it kind of goes up and it's got branchy outy bits and circumferencey bits. Similar to what we've got over there. Oh, you toad. Come on. Just get the circumference there. We also want to have a bit here, so that looks about right. Yep, that's halfway. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Any more than that, I'll get demonetized. Not that I'm monetized in the first place, but, you know. I don't write the rules, somebody else does. Joys of streaming and copyright infringements. Right, now how many tall have we gone? I'm going to try and keep this equal, so we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6 tall. And then we'll introduce a layer of... I think we'll probably go red brick, or maybe something different. Let's have a look. What I want, basically, is a material that's got a stair counterpart. And that isn't blue, because blue will be a bit much. Pink looks a bit much as well, doesn't it? How about crimson? If we go for the crimson planks and the crimson thing... Oh, that was the wrong colour. Right. So here's the suggested kind of thing we're going to do. So with these feudal Japanese places, they always kind of come out like that. And there's always like a lip to the building. So if I do like a circumferencey bit here... Oh, in fact, I'm being dense. I'm being so dense. I can actually do that. Oops, a daisy. Okay, yeah, so I've got no idea how this is going to work, but we're just going to have a go and see what happens. But the idea is this. I'm going to give it a full kind of circumference around here. However, for the cornery bits, with these classic Japanese style ones, they come out like this. That looks good, actually. Okay. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. This is starting to take shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more, I think. 5. Take a look from above, see how it looks. That's even. Good. Okay. It's taking shape, kids. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I love it when something like this happens and you just get a good creative buzz going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just check from above again, make sure it all lines up and it's all equal. Yep, that's all equal. Then what we're going to do, jump back down. We want to get this bit on it now. This is going to be a bit more fiddly because I don't want it that way, I want it the other way. Go like that. I don't think we're going to try it here, are we? Let's see. Oh, that would look good though. Oh, I hate myself so much right now. Right at this second, I hate myself because I know how much of a ball ache this is going to be to do. No, we're not doing it. We're not. We'll try it another day. But I'm going to have to plan that, I think. I'm going to have to actually plan that out and figure out how that's going to work. I'm going to break out the iPad and do some mapping. Full disclosure, so some of the designs that I do are spontaneous. Some of them I go away and I come back to after having plotted stuff out on like a 4x4 grid on an iPad. Just because that's the way my brain works. And that's okay. We could try it, so just doing it on top actually. Let's see how that looks. That's a bit... No. Oh, actually, hang on. There's a workaround here, isn't there? You then do... No, like that. No, that's never going to be even. Okay. We will figure that one out at a later point. For now, we will leave that as it kind of is, and we're going to build the next layer up. And so it's on the 7th layer that we do the red. So we go 6 layers up and then add the 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this one will be the red one on the outside. 7. Boom. Okay. Just look at that from the side profile. I reckon we'll go 4 of those blocks up, or maybe 5. We'll see. So I'm going to do just this one side now, just to make life easy for myself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 5 and 6, 7, and the red on 7. Okay, and then 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. For you Strictly Come Dancing fans out there. And then take a look at the side profile again, just see how he looks. 1, 2, 3. I want to go one more, I think. So it's just above the cloud line. Yeah, we'll do one more. And this top one will lead to the roof, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the final red brick. Yeah, okay. That will look good. That will look like a mighty, mighty tower. And it's just at the cloud level, which is perfect. And now that I've blocked it all out, here comes the easy bits. We literally just block all the way up. Whoops. I say it's the easy bit and then I stuff it up. The white brick looks really nice. I'm surprised I've not used more of it in my builds up to this point. The idea is this is potentially going to be like a shrine type, maybe like a government building, like a feudal lord kind of thing that you'd get in the old Japanese times, where the leader of the nation would kind of use as his home on stately visits to his kingdom. Hopefully the more detail I add to it, the better it will look from a distance as well, because I want this to be like an ornamental piece almost, it will look really, really swish from a distance or from the kingdom. But also like it's right on the border there as well. I like that. Okay, approaching the 1 hour 20 mark, so we'll go a little while longer. So I started earlier this evening just because I'm working tomorrow, and like I said, I'm not working till 10, but I do want to be up early enough to watch The Mandalorian episode 3, well, chapter 10 it is technically, or 11 it is, can't actually remember, but basically the third episode of the second season, because it looks very good. I've got a suspicion I know what's going to happen in this episode. It carries on from the second part. I think this is where Banks being a big women's wrestler, and rumours swirling as to who she will be playing. I'm not going to spoil who I think she's playing on the stream, because I know Sid, for one, won't understand it anyway because she's not seen Star Wars Rebels. But yeah, there are several people she could be playing, but there's one that we all hope and think she's playing in the deep-rooted nerdy Star Wars community, and I am very excited for it. Because I'm not going to say anything else. I don't want to spoil anything that may or may not happen later in the season. But it's going to shift up a gear this episode, I think. This is the way. I have spoken. Now, they also actually released a it's not a second trailer as such, but like a teaser and the release date for the Marvel Disney Plus series WandaVision, which is going to be all based around the Scarlet Witch and the Vision. And it's been announced for January 15th to start streaming, so pretty much straight after The Mandalorian finishes streaming, they're going to go into WandaVision, so very excited for that. Not as excited as I am for the Winter Soldier and for the Falcon series, because that's going to be phenomenal. I mean, considering who's currently lined up to appear in that. And then, of course, hopefully next summer, if there is any form of luck, we are going to be getting the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And as most of you will know by how I start most of my videos with the old hello there. I'm a big Obi-Wan fan. Big Obi-Wan fan. Very much looking forward to seeing Ewan McGregor step back into the boots, into the robe. And I'm very excited to see what they do, because the idea is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is going to explore the time between the first two trilogies, the time between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, where Obi-Wan is receiving his training from the ghost of Qui-Gon Jinn on Tatooine. So that could be very good. Rumours are we're going to get flashbacks to the Clone Wars, so we're going to get to see Ahsoka Tano, we're going to get to see Anakin Skywalker, and who knows who's going to show up. If we're lucky, we might get Darth Maul in a flashback. I would love that. There's a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of good nerdy content to look forward to, and I, for one, will definitely be investing in all of that. Let's do the red blocks and worry about the taily bits in a minute. Out of curiosity, Sid, have you got any idea who Sasha Banks will be playing in The Mandalorian? Just because obviously I don't want to spoil it for you if you don't, but I'm curious to know if you have read anything or if you've heard anything. One, two, three, 4, 5. Ooh, we could make it bigger and bigger, couldn't we? 6. 6 is good. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to take it out one block every time, and it will create this really nice shadow. Well, good news, Cara Dune will be back. She was revealed in the trailer. 2, 3, 4, whoops, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 5, 1 to 6. And let's just check how that looks up from below. She is not going to be Baby Yoda's mummy. Stop shipping her and the Mandalorian together, for goodness sake. No, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens in tomorrow's episode. It's going to be great. It's going to be really great. Right, we're going to do 7 on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 bars out. That looks really good. Yes, I know they're cute, but it doesn't mean they're always going. It's nice sometimes when characters are just platonically friendly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 blocks out. This is the monotonous part, but it's going to look sick by the time I'm done with it, I hope. That's what the kids say these days, isn't it? Sick or radical. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 6. What do you mean there's nothing platonic about them in the Sanctuary episode? In the Sanctuary episode, the Mandalorian's crushing on the villager woman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Oh my life, this is harder work than I bargained for, but it looks good. Very feudally Japanese. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Sid. Like, Cara crushes on him a bit, but like, for me, I don't know. They're like Donna and they're like Donna Noble and David Tennant's Doctor. They're just really good Bezzy mates, as the kids say, and it's lovely. Four, 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7, 1 to 8. There we go. Oh, I'm going to do something else in a second because this is draining. 1, 2, come on you little git. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll have Cara then. Yeah, you know what? You can have her. You crack on. You're on a folly of your own there. Gina Carano, or whatever the actress name is, though, she's brilliant in Deadpool. Really thought she was funny in Deadpool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Let's just see how that looks from a distance again. That's looking really good. Right, I'll do the top one, and then I'm buggering off, and I'm going to have a look at some other parts of this world that I've made. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is tedious as all hell to do. 1. And I have to count out loud, because otherwise my brain will go, what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7, and 8, and 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 1, 2, screwed that up. 3, 4, 5 gold rings. 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank God, the last one. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. Okay. That is looking cool. That is looking very cool. It's almost got like a helipad kind of thing going on at the top, maybe. It's going to have like a slanted roof, I'm thinking. But like, that's mahoosive. My brain's not letting me leave it alone. I'm not controlling this, it's just drifting back of its own free will, I promise. Right, go do that. Yep. The clouds are now becoming a problem, they're blocking visibility. But because I've done this 12 by 12, in theory, if I remember my mathematics as well as I think I do, this should meet nicely in the middle as a cube. It's like a 4 by 4, or a 2 by 2 even. Come on, you bugger, here you go. I could be wrong, and I could be about to look very foolish and eat crow, but I think... Or it could even be a 1. Yeah, it's a multiple of 3, so... Oh, you beauty, let it be. Oh no, it's going to be a 2, but that's okay. That's kind of what I wanted, actually. There we go. That is the outside of a very Japanesey looking thing done. I might trim those bits off, I'm not sure. It looks alright. I'll have a think and see what I want to do with them. I think what I might do is once I trim back the blocks, I can put the... Oh, come on, brain. Don't do this. Maybe do something like that with them. Literally replace every single block with a stair block. But like an upper stair block. Oh, this is going to suck, isn't it? You bugger. You know what? That's it. I figured out the formula. It does mean I'm going to have to go through all bloody how many layers I've done and do this all the way around 4 times each layer. So we're not going to do that tonight because it has been an hour and 34 minutes and my bladder is full. I need to go to the bathroom and want to put my feet up and watch something. So we'll leave it there today. Thank you very, very much for watching. Sid, as always, a pleasure, never a chore. If you guys enjoy the content that I put up, please drop us a comment, drop us a like, share, subscribe, get that bell on if you want to be notified for the next time I go live with another video gaming stream. But for now, I'm going to jump on my broadcast settings, and all that remains for me to say is have a very lovely evening, and love you, bye.